Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Matty Ice coming to you again with another video. Man, I gotta stop saying a lot. Sometimes I just don't know what to say. But yeah, UFC 214. This card is unbelievably stacked. I mean, the fights alone. Whew. I mean, you got Jimmy Manuel fighting someone on the card, Robbie Lawler and Donald Cowboy Cerrone. That's one of my. I've been technically that's a fight I want to see. Then you got those three title fights: Cyborg fighting for the title, Damian Maia and Tyron Woodley for the welterweight, and of course the main event, the fight that everybody wants to see: Cormier Jones 2 for the World Lightweight Championship. It's going to be great. Or my apologies, the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be a great fight. These two, man, I can't wait. UFC 214, though, I saw the card and I still couldn't believe how stacked it was. I mean, it's going to be a great card. I recommend it. I mean, I don't buy pay because it's kind of a waste of money. But the UFC is literally just trying to say, hey, we're not trying to make you waste your money anymore. Here's a lot of fights, So right on that card, there's like 5 Fight of the Year candidates, you could technically say. But for my picks for UFC 214, let's see. I have Jimmy Manuel winning his fight. As for Donald Cerrone, Robbie Lawler, I love both of those fighters. I want Cowboy to win, but Robbie might win that fight considering that, but Robbie also hasn't fought in a while, so it's going to be an interesting fight. For the other 2 title fights, I have Damian Maia beating Tyron Woodley. And the reason I do is no disrespect to Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley is an absolute great champion, and a great athlete, and a great fighter. But my gosh, Damian Maia, you're a fucking savage, my man. I was just watching this fight against Neil Magny, and I heard, and Neil Magny's coach, oh, that's all he had. You don't know shit. How would you know if that's all he had? You don't know that. You can't tell that about a fighter. You never know what the fighter's going to have until he does, until the end. You can't judge a fighter until the end of a fight. If you're going to go into your corner and you're going to say, oh, that's all he had, don't worry about it, then your odds of winning that fight aren't looking very good. Damian Maia, I mean, in the first 30 seconds of that fight, took Neil Magny to ground and absolutely demolished him for the whole fight. And not only that, but I think it's just going to be a really, really tough matchup for Woodley. But here's the thing. Woodley's got one thing that Maia don't, and that's knockout power. So if Woodley catches him, he will hurt Maia, and Maia will lose. But I got Maia winning slightly just because of all... I mean, he puts on great fights. His last fight with Jorge Masvidal, that was a really good fight. So regardless of whatever happens, it's going to be a good fight regardless. The winner of that fight is supposed to get GSP. In my opinion, I would love to see Damian Maia and GSP for the simple fact that both Damian Maia and GSP are from the same era. They didn't fight each other, but like when GSP around, Damian Maia's around, and yeah, the last time Damian Maia got a title fight, if I'm correct, was against Anderson Silva. I think, or that probably was his only. Yeah, that was his only title shot. Yeah. But as for Cormier and Jones, my pick, the only reason I'm going with Cormier is because, no respect to John Jones, again, tremendous athlete, tremendous fighter, but you've been gone for a while. I think he should have took a warm-up fight. I think Daniel Cormier's been on a roll. I mean, he's beaten Alexander Gustafsson. He's beaten Anthony Rumble Johnson twice. He's looked absolutely spectacular. And overall, I think he has a very, very good chance of retaining his championship. And even if he does, will we see a third fight? Probably. But if we don't, Alexander Gustafsson, he's going to be right there. And in my opinion, he's going to be a future champion. Because, man, that guy's got a hell of an uppercut. But, yeah, I just wanted to make a video, a review of UFC 214 and my opinion on it. And leave a comment, like, subscribe, or use the deal. And thank you. And this is your boy, Matty Else. Peace.